Have you ever seen a movie that is not only beautiful, but has an amazing plot, awesome characterization, amazing music, and let alone just moves you in a way? I'm here to talk to you guys about a movie that I just got through watching like not even 10 minutes ago. It is one of the best Japanese animated movies I have seen in a minute. And that film I'm talking to you guys about is Your Name. And that film I'm talking to you guys about is Weathering with You. Hey guys, I'm AfroGeek PlusUltraNappy and welcome back to a new movie review. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about a Japanese animated movie that I just finished watching, and oh my gosh, was this movie breathtaking. It was so good. This movie, Weathering with You, is also known as Tenkinoko, one of the best movies I've seen, and this is fairly new. It came out summer of last year. It's not terribly old, but it is a really good movie. I'm talking about as far as animation, plot, music, characterization, and I've seen a handful of Japanese movies besides the Studio Ghibli. Almost reminds me of Your Name in a way. It has that same vibe as far as animation and characterization, but I will say with Weathering with You, it does have better music, but I think Your Name, if I can remember, had better animation. But anyway, we're not talking about Your Name. A brief summary of this film: it is about a boy who runs away to Tokyo and befriends a girl who has the power to manipulate the weather. Essentially, that's basically the summary of this whole movie, and oh my gosh. It is so beautiful. At first, in the beginning of the movie, you just kind of see that he really struggles to try and find, his foot in Tokyo. He's a teenager. He's like 16, and it's illegal, especially for kids under that age, to like live on their own, be on their own. So he's trying to like beat the system, stay low key, try and find a job, and he ends up finding a job after being homeless for a while and staying in hotels and stuff like that, and staying in manga cafes. He ends up finding a job at a K&A publishing business that's trying to get its foot off the ground. It's like, I think, a private owned publishing business who's trying to cover a story, Legend of a Sunshine Girl. So this first year high schooler named Hodoka, he, like I said, runs away in Japan. In the movie, apparently it's supposed to be in the year 2021. I don't know if that's true or not, which isn't that far from now. It's literally going to be next year. He runs away, and like I mentioned just a couple minutes ago, he moves to Tokyo. He ran away from home. I guess he didn't like his home life. He was bored. He wanted something new. Homeless. He was staying in manga cafes. He was trying to find places to shower, trying to find a job. So he finds a job at a K&A publishing company, which is ran by Suga and his niece Natsume. And so while there, he ends up being kind of like errand boy, I guess you want to say. He cooks the meals, cleans the house, types up the stories, helps them with their interviews, does the running around, does the errands, the cleaning, all that stuff for them after not being able to find a job. So he runs into this girl that he remembered gave him a Big Mac while he was at McDonald's when he was sleeping hungry. She's getting ready to do some illegal stuff that I can't mention on this channel, but he ends up saving her by stupidly pointing a gun at this dude who beats him up for taking his client away from him. At first, it's kind of like, it's one of those like, what the hell are you doing? You don't even know me. Why are you trying to help me out? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, so the girl ends up telling her name is Hina. She lives with her younger brother Nagi, and they live in like a small apartment in Tokyo while she's trying to find a job. After the two talking over and everything, she opens up about how she is a sunshine girl, which is a girl who can manipulate the weather. So as time goes on, they start to all three become acquainted. They set up the small business to where they put out ads, and people were paid to have the sunshine girl come and clear up the weather for whether it's a wedding, a sporting event, a festival, anything, you name it. They'll come for a good amount of money and they'll take the rain away, and that way you can have your peaceful, beautiful day. The plot is really interesting because in a way you can say it's basic and just kind of normal, but it's still nice. And so throughout the movie, you just really see Hodoka and Hina build their friendship up and up and up, and just them build their business up from the ground. You kind of get that characterization, or the character development, as you want to say, from each of the characters characters. I didn't know Natsume was Suga's niece. Throughout the movie, you find out that Suga has a daughter who he's trying to get custody of. Because at first he seems like this sketchy dude when you first meet him in the beginning, when he technically saves Hodaka's life, saves his life. You kind of see like the sleaziness in him, where you see like, oh man, this probably isn't gonna go good when he starts working for him. But he's not that terrible of a guy, honestly. He's trying to get custody of his daughter, who he can't really see because she has really bad asthma and she can't be out in the rain. And he also smokes. You kind of get more backgrounds and everything. You find out that Hina, her mother, passed away. She was in the hospital room wishing that the sun would come out just so her and her mom could have one more day to just walk in the sunshine together. She sees this little rain of sunshine just beams down, and she runs up to it, and she ends up harnessing the powers of a sunshine girl right then and there. And they show that in the beginning of the film. There's this narration throughout the film from Hodaka and Hina, and there's this weird like relationship with Nagisa and with Hodaka, where he calls Nagi senpai. Before they officially met, he saw him on the bus, you know, spitting game on this girl that was in his class, and he was just like, oh my gosh, this kid's out here spitting game. Let me tell you real quick, the food in this movie looks delicious, looks so damn delicious. Like a Big Mac, that motherfucking Big Mac, and we know what Big Macs, if you in America, you know a Big Mac when you see one, because that shit does not look appetizing. It looks like someone just slapped some shit all together, and just like they hated their job, they just slapped the shit on the bun, just threw lettuce, just squeezed that motherfucking Thousand Island dressing, and just smashed and smushed, put it in a box, and was like, nigga, get out of my face, here. That's what a Big Mac looks like. But this Big Mac looks so well put together. It looked like Pablo Picasso just smeared his artistic essence all over that motherfucking Big Mac, and I was like, ooh, now I want a Big Mac, and I'm trying to eat healthy, but the food looks so delicious. The ramen that they cooked with potato chips smushed in it and udon, all this other delicious food looked I feel like I'm in Food Wars. I'm getting an orgasm thinking about food. As things seem to be going well and everything, like, you know, everybody's getting acquainted with one another. Everybody's like, you know, all happy, sunshine. Haha, I'm getting away. I ran away from home. This isn't that bad. I'm actually making a living. Turns out that the police are looking for Hodaka because someone reported a missing child report. I'm assuming his parents did because he ran away to Tokyo. The police ran into someone that he had an altercation with, which is the dude who he tried to save Hina from doing some illegal stuff. They go around, they start hitting people up that he knows, that he's well acquainted with, and so he ends up in this situation where has to kind of go on the run again. And then at the same time, Hina and Nagi have to go on the run too, because Hina lied about her age. She told him that she was getting ready to be 18. Still, that at that age, still, it's for some reason it's still illegal to live on your own and be on your own in Japan. So all three of them end up on the run because Hodaka's like, nah, bro, I ain't going home. We finna go on the run together. And they're all like, yeah. What's really sweet is Nagi and Hina, they're like, as long as they're together, that's all that matters. He said they can be wherever as long as they're together. And I was like, damn. They end up going on the run together. They get in the scuffle with some police. This girl, she was like, please let us get out of here. And the electricity just comes and just strikes this motherfucking car, and this car explodes. And they run and they stay in this nice little hotel. Actually, it's a nice fancy ass hotel. It has a big ass tub, karaoke, a lot of like food you can eat at a reasonable price. It's like 800 yen, 500 yen. They're just kind of having fun. Earlier in the movie, he got her this ring that he was gonna confess his feelings to her, because at first he was like, nah, we just cool, we ain't like that. But then he's like, nah, I think I might like this girl. And this is the first girl I ever confessed my feelings to. He gives her the ring, and she starts kind of feeling some type of way, because she's like, you know, there's this legend that in the end of the day, a sunshine girl sacrifices herself for that sunshine. The more they use their abilities, the decline in their lifespan starts to show and make its appearance. You know, they start crying, and I teared up. I ain't finna lie, bro. I teared up numerous times watching this film. She disappears. They start freaking out. The cops come in. They're like, hey, nigga, you under arrest because, you know, you ran away. While at the station, he ends up running away because he wants to go find her. But on the way to the station, he also finds out that she's younger than what she said she was, because he was like, wait a minute, she told me she was finna be 18. It's a little fucked. It's not funny. It's not funny. But it's kind of fucked because it's like, she told me she was finna be 18. He's 16 and she, I think at the time, was 15. So she was still technically a middle schooler. And so a lot of shit happens where he ends up in the standoff with the police. Sugar's trying to get him to go back to the police station. He has a gun. He's pointing at officers. He's like, let me go see Ida. Sugar fights off the police. So does Nagi, and he ends up running and he goes to this other world where she is. Everybody's still together, you know, Sugar, Natsume, you know, Nagi. He got custody of his daughter and he ended up on probation. He had to stay on probation until he graduated from high school, and then once that was done, he went back to Tokyo, moved there for good, you know, was looking for jobs, got an apartment. He talks to Sugar again and everything. He sees his cat Rain, which was a stray cat that, you know, he used to go and see when he was homeless, and then when he got a job, he went back to that alley to go give him pieces of a candy bar or something like that, and he ended up bringing the stray back when he was staying with Sugar and Natsume. In the end, he sees this girl that's like this, praying for the weather to change, and he's like, I knew it. And it's just, it's really passionate, like, ending. And at first, it was kind of one of these things where when they came back to Earth and they were just laying there in the rain and the screen went to black, but the screen stayed black for a little minute. So either I thought the Blu-ray I got from work skipped, or it froze, or some shit, or the movie was finna end like that. And I was like, I swear to God, if this movie has some corny ass, whack ass ending, I'm gonna be so pissed. And luckily it didn't. It ended like how I just said it ended, with them reuniting again. That ending, like I said, reminded me of Your Name, how the two ended up reuniting. I think that's maybe why I liked it, because a lot of that stuff I kind of connected to Your Name. I would highly recommend you go and check it out and watch it yourselves, because me doing this review does not do it justice. I think Weathering With You is on streaming platforms. I'm gonna leave a little thing right here where you can stream it on. But anyway, guys, that is it for the little review that I just did. Definitely, like I said, go check this movie out. You will not regret it. This is a movie I 100% guarantee that you need to go and watch. But anyway, guys, that is it. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. We are trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of 2020. And if you want to connect with me, go hit me up on my social media descriptions below, because last time I checked, your boy was kind of looking a little dry on Twitter. I'm at 15 followers, so if, you know, looking a little dry, follow your boy on Twitter at AfroGeek3, link in the description below. And then if you also want to check me out on Instagram, that's there too, because I'll be posting sexy photos like this one and this one and this one. I'll be posting delicious thirst pics. And then if you want to check me out on my main channel, hit up that Patreon account. I also got a TikTok because I stooped that low and I am desperate. So go hit up that TikTok. I post TikToks on there at least once a week, or I try to do once a week. But anyway, guys, that is it for the video. If you enjoyed, I'm glad you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I am AfroGeek PlusUltraNappy, and your boy is just